Well, good morning and happy New Year's to you, ladies and gentlemen. New Year's, last year's and this year's New Year's. Happy New Year to you, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to the beautiful San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, purposeful coach and speaker in the rainy world of San Antonio today. Hope you guys had a fantastic end of the year and that you are prepared to have a fantastic 2019. I'd like to address a couple things today, if I may, please. Number one is this idea that John Maxwell communicated in one of his most recent books called Sometimes You Win, Sometimes You Learn. Now that goes against the rhetoric that we've heard in the past where people will go, well, sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, baby. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. John Maxwell brings us a new perspective by saying sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. You see, when you lose, that's when you have the opportunity to say, that didn't work the way that I thought it would work. That didn't turn out the way I thought it would turn out. Now I know what did not work, and I can do this even better with more wisdom and more clarity. You see, there are certain things that you will learn only through failure. When Thomas Edison finally invented the light bulb and he was interviewed, knowing that he had failed in the mind of the paparazzi 10,000 plus times, when he was asked, how does it feel to have failed 10,000 times in creating the light bulb? Edison said, I didn't fail 10,000 times. I simply discovered 10,000 ways that did not work. You see, there's a completely different perspective when you reinterpret failure as a learning opportunity. So here's what I want you to do as a challenge today. If you enjoy this coaching for free that I do almost every single morning, this is the challenge I pose to you today. Get a journal for 2019. Just get yourself a blank journal. You can order them online, Amazon, for probably as little as $5. It's not about how fancy the journal is, it's do you actually use it. You can have the world's most expensive weightlifting equipment and still be out of shape if you don't use it, okay? It's about using it. You get a journal and you write out as often as you can over this next week, how did I win in 2018? What did I do? Who did I become? How did I grow? How did I win? Winning is defining as achieving your goals, reaching a milestone you hadn't reached, accomplishing something that you had intended to accomplish, becoming someone you intended to become. How did you win in 2018? How did I win? How did I win? Write these things out. And number two, what did I learn? When it comes to the things that did not go the way you wanted them to go, what did you learn? What was the lesson? You see, these things are normally simply stored away for the average person in their memory where they will never go back on these things again intentionally. And sure, they may come up as lessons from time to time, and yet having it clear in your memory as a previous victory sets you up for your current big victory. Let me give you an example from my favorite book, the Bible. Y'all heard of a little boy named King David, right? Everybody's heard of King David because of the famous exchange between he and a man named Goliath. You see, David was just a shepherd boy, so we think. When the armies of Israel were confronted by Goliath day after day after day, taunting them, send a man out to me. If you can take me out, our nation will become your slaves and will submit to you. Everybody was full of fear. And when little David came up with his little lunchable snackables for his brothers and said, who is this uncircumcised Philistine taunting the armies of the living God? This is crazy town. They were like, shut up, boy. You don't know what you're talking about. Just a little boy. So he said, I'll do it. I'll do it. So he goes to King Saul at that time, and Saul says, dude, you're just a kid. You're just a boy. And David did what I'm asking you to do so you can do the same in the future. David said, as I was tending my sheep, a bear came after and took one away. I chased the bear down, killed the bear. The Lord gave the bear into my hands. And one day when I was watching my sheep, a lion came and took one of the sheep, and I chased the lion down and killed the lion. The Lord gave the lion to me. The Lord gave me the bear. The Lord gave me the lion, and the Lord will hand this uncircumcised Philistine to me today to field his carcass to the beasts of the field and the birds of the air. He gave me the lion. He gave me the bear. He'll give me this. He had a history of his wins clear in his mind. What did you learn in 2018, and how did you win in 2018? My charge and challenge to you today, lovely ladies and gentlemen, is for you to document and write exactly what you learned and exactly how you won in 2018, because those victories and those lessons will be the fertile soil of the goals you have established for yourself and the dreams that are in your heart coming to pass, and you becoming all you were created to become. It all begins with rehearsing the wins. The natural mind tends to think about what we did wrong. People tend to focus on what we did wrong. Everybody seems to focus on what's wrong. That's why the news is the news. It's all about what's going wrong. It takes discipline and courage to focus on intentionally what is going right. If you are going to become all you were created to be and draw out of you all that you know is inside of you, because you all know you can be more, do more, and have more, right? You know it. It's inside of every one of us if we're not living to our maximum fulfilled capacity. It begins with you knowing clearly your previous wins, understanding clearly the previous lessons learned. So I end with this today. How did you win in 2018? And what did you learn in 2018? I challenge you to journal it, reflect on it, and take what you have seen and learned and heard and use it as the fertile soil to grow who you are going to become this year. Have a great day, guys.